Hello, everyone, and thank you so much again for attending today's webinar for Railbookers. I am your host as well as train conductor, Tyler Wallinger, and today we're going to be talking about Scenic Switzerland by Rail, one of my favorite topics here at Railbookers. So let's get started. So as we are, of course, welcoming you all on board for this virtual train tour, I did want to talk about very briefly about our two distinct YANKEE leisure group brands. To our left is Amtrak Vacations. Now, Amtrak Vacations is the official tour operator for Amtrak, and Amtrak moves over 3 million passengers each year on its rail system. And we take care of not only the train accommodations on board, like the private sleeping accommodation or coach seats, but we also take care of those hotel stays or lodges in the national parks where you can be able to get out into wide open spaces and see all that this natural beauty has to offer right here in our own country. We also take care of those sightseeing tours, rental cars, transfers, and so much more, making your package, your vacation, your family trip, or your honeymoon, or your anniversary a wonderful vacation right here domestically in the U.S. And then to our right is Railbookers. Now, Railbookers is the topic we'll really be talking about in more depth today as we travel into Switzerland and see a lot of Switzerland's most popular destinations. But we take care of other great destinations as well, such as Alaska by rail, visiting Denali, Fairbanks, Anchorage, Seward, and see the Northern Lights, or mushing your own dog sledding team. We got you covered there. Or maybe you want to visit Canada and the Canadian Rockies, Europe, Asia, Africa, and beyond. We take care of all of that, from the rail, hotels, sightseeing tours, transfers, ferries, you name it. We got you covered here at Railbookers. And by the way, if you are ever looking for more ideas, either if you want to do a cruise extension or maybe you're looking for a luxury rail vacation, which we'll talk a little about some luxury today, definitely go on to our website at www.railbookers.com, and there you can find our digital brochures so you can easily download those online right straight to your computer or laptop or even your iPad, and just start scrolling, start planning your next dream vacation by rail. And folks, here's another beautiful thing about Railbookers. We can book our rail vacation packages up to 24 months in advance. So already going into 2023. So if you have, some ideas or plans that you're looking to travel for this year and go to Europe or visit Switzerland or whatever that may look like, we can start planning that for you right now for this year. Or if you're looking to start planning your bucket list trip for 2023 goes, no problem. We got you covered. And folks, why we can be able to book so far in advance is because of our direct rail partnerships global wide. So we work with some great rail operators such as Trenitalia, Deutsche Bahn, Via Rail, Eurostar, Norwegian Rail, Renfe, Swiss Rail, and so many great other rail operators global wide. And that's what allows us to be able to book so far in advance due to our contracts, and of course that we can be able to supply something that most other operators just can't. So why do travelers love Railbookers? Well, first and foremost, we are the rail experts here my apologies, folks, to be able to offer you folks some amazing rail vacation expertise, such as providing the best routes, the best times to ensure that you have the best vacation possible. And as a reminder, of course, you could book any of our rail vacation packages as early as today and as far out as 2023. So if you're looking for, a family vacation for this year or start planning your honeymoon or anniversary for next year, again, we got you covered. And we also offer maximum flexibility. So any destination, any date, for any length of time. Simply put it, if the train goes there, so do we. And we offer the largest rail vacation selection to choose from domestic trips right here in the U.S. to multi-country journeys to luxurious rail experiences like on the Venice Simplon-orient-express, the Royal Scotsman, or even the Trans-Siberian Golden Eagle Express, to even extending your cruise. So if you maybe have a cruise booked for this year, or you have future cruise credits maybe they're looking about using for next year, and you want to extend your vacation by after the cruise, why not take a rail vacation? Go beyond the cruise port cities and see those places like Lucerne, like Interlaken or Geneva. And again, maybe hopefully some after some of today's topics that we talk about, maybe you might get some ideas about that pre or post extension. And last but not least, no rail trip is too complicated for us, because where it's confusing for most people or agencies or whatever. It's very simple for us because again, we are the rail experts here to provide again our rail expertise and knowledge and making sure that you have a wonderful dream vacation by rail. And we have a 24-hour support staff here from all of our global offices here at the Ready to support you and making sure that your dream vacation by rail goes without a hitch, as well as even when you are traveling with us, our team is at the ready to make sure that you're still having a great time and there to help whenever you need them. Now, what does Railbookers offer, right? So I talked about, why it's important to book with Railbookers and why we're so essential in the marketplace. But what does Railbookers offer? So we offer confirmed seat reservations on those high-speed trains, those scenic and luxury trains. It's very important, folks. You have to make sure that you have a confirmed seat reservation on those trains, especially in Europe. They actually require a seat reservation. So like many times it's like the airlines, right? You have to have a confirmed seat just to come on board. It's very similar also in the train. So, it's always good to make sure you have a confirmed seat reservation. That's what we take care of for you, again, up to 24 months in advance. We also offer a plethora of sightseeing tour activities to choose from doing a independent hop on hop off sightseeing tour to maybe doing a guided foodie tour. So if you guys like to try some new cuisine or new food while you're traveling to a new destination, again, we got some great foodie tours. Or maybe you're looking for a private guided tour into the Louvre or Versailles or even the Vatican. We got you covered also. We also have a plethora of hotel options to choose from 3, 4, and 5-star options. Folks, we also offer some unique castle stays in Europe. So if you're wanting to celebrate, again, your honeymoon or anniversary, you want to treat your loved one to a special experience, why not stay in a 12th, 13th, or even 14th historic castle, maybe right out in Ireland or in Scotland, or maybe train at the Alhambra Palace in Spain. Again, we got so many great unique experiences that will really enhance your rail vacation. We also offer ferry transfers, excursions like Mount Pilatus, Jungfraujoch, and even overnight rail journeys. So if maybe you're traveling long distance and instead of stopping halfway and staying in a hotel, why not do a hotel on wheels and be able to arrive refreshed and ready to go when you get to the next destination? Now, Railbookers offers so much, as we already just talked about, but what do those options look like when it comes to booking a vacation with Railbookers? So as I mentioned before, we offer maximum flexibility. So in depth about that, we can customize and tailor make our packages based on what you're looking for. So let's say you're looking at our Venice, Florence, or Rome package, and you want to add on a destination to that package. Maybe you want to add on Milan or Lake Como or Cinque Terre, or even near the end of your trip, you want to go down to the Amalfi Coast. No problem. We can certainly add on any destination to our packages. We can make it round trips. So let's say maybe you've got a great deal on airfare going to Paris, in and out of Paris, but your goal is not really to see or visit Paris. Maybe you wanted to go see a little more of the southern part of France, or maybe going a little bit into, Brussels or, the Netherlands, or even going down into Switzerland and do a little bit of Switzerland. But again, you want to make a round trip in and out of Paris? No problem. We got you covered. We can even book your trip in reverse. Let's say you find a package of ours, you want to flip it around, easy peasy for us. If you want to upgrade your train tickets from standard to first class or business executive class, depending on the high level services offered by the rail operator, no problem. And we can even add on additional sightseeing tours or upgrade those tours to fully private tours. And as I mentioned before, we do have a plethora of hotel options to choose from 3, 4, and 5-star hotels. Again, everything from the budgeted traveler all the way up to the luxurious traveler. If you're looking to stay at a small boutique historic hotel in Rome, we got you covered. Or maybe you're looking to stay at a larger chain larger chain excuse me, folks, hotel like a Marriott or a Hilton or a Fairmont. Again, we got those properties as well. There's always something for everyone here at Railbookers. And by the way, it doesn't have to be all the same star category in your package. Maybe at one location, let's say in Lucerne, you want a nice 5-star property looking over Lake Lucerne. But maybe in Interlaken, maybe you want to stay at a small little 3-star inn. Again, we can again offer that or customize that in our packages based on what you're looking for. And as a reminder, of course, we do offer our maximum flexibility offer. This is a great offer, folks. One of the best in the travel industry by far. And it's very important for you to know why should you book now versus later? It's because of our maximum flexibility offer, and it allows you folks to be able to book with confidence. So if you need to make any change to your travel dates, any change to the duration or even the destination of your vacation, you can do so with us without incurring any change or cancellation fee. But folks, this maximum flexibility offer is only available for a limited time. So if this is something that you're, again, really eager to book and plan and start, getting things ready to go, now is the time to plan it. Now is the time to book before this offer is no longer available to the general public. So again, make sure you take advantage of this maximum flexibility offer while it's still available. Now, again, you're probably so pumped and excited, like, yes, Tyler, I want to start planning my dream vacation by rail, but there's just one thing stopping me. What are the requirements when traveling, maybe in Switzerland right now? What's the requirements when traveling on board a train? Well, I want to give you guys a little bit of peace of mind. Rail operators around the globe, including in Switzerland, which is, again, the destination we'll be talking about today, they are doing a great job of making sure that not only are the trains safe to travel on, but also, of course, the destinations themselves are following those safety protocols. And rail operators are maintaining a really great job of providing a safe environment on board the trains by requiring facial coverings in the stations and on board the trains for both passengers and staff. They have increased the cleaning and sanitation protocols as well, making sure that everything is sanitized frequently throughout the day at the stations and on board the trains as well. And they're also going contactless. So instead of actually having a physical copy ticket that you would show the conductor, it's actually going to be a lot more online, so a lot more on your mobile app, or actually email to you your documents so they can just be able to scan on your phone without having to contact or even have any type of personal touch, I should say, between the passenger and staff. So, so that way at least you can be able to hey, it's much easier. We're going in that digital direction. Now, we're going to be talking about some luxury trains a little bit today in Switzerland, since there are a few. So what makes a luxury rail journey different than a regular, train experience? So first and foremost, they are iconic, historic, and even offer incredible scenery along their routes. So, like example, we do sell the Venice simplon-orient-express. That's a luxury train experience. It is an iconic train that's been around for, oh my gosh, for over 130 years, since the 1880s. And it offers some incredible scenery along the way, going through the Swiss Alps, going through the Lake District of Italy, and so many great other spots along the way. And it's also, of course, on board so many of these luxury trains, they offer impeccable onboard service with dedicated stewards and staff throughout the journey, making sure that your stay on board is like staying at a five-star luxury hotel or doing a five-star luxury rail experience. They also offer world-class cuisine prepared by private chefs. Some of the most world-renowned chefs are on board these trains, just like the cruise lines, but instead of sail, think of rail, right? As well as on board these luxury trains, they offer a variety of onboard accommodations to choose from, either be, upgraded level seats on board the train during the day, or private sleeping accommodations at night, depending on the luxury train that you choose. And last but not least, many of these luxury train experiences, perfect example, the Royal Scotsman offers private excursions where you can get off the train and be able to explore the destination or the town that you're visiting. And all these tours can be arranged for you folks on board by the staff. All right, folks. So now we're going to head over the Great Pond, and we're going to head up into Switzerland, one of my favorite countries that I've visited so far in my lifetime. And as you can tell, I'm still young, so I've seen a lot of great countries, and I've been very fortunate enough to travel to this great destination we're talking about today, which is Switzerland. Dun, da, da, da. So Scenic Switzerland from Zurich, folks. This is our most popular package here at Railbookers. People just love this 9-day package because it gives you all of Switzerland in over a week time frame. So you start your trip with us by flying into Zurich Airport, and then you're going to travel down to the beautiful Engadine village of St. Moritz. Little fun fact, folks, St. Moritz was actually featured twice for the Olympic Games, once in 1928 and the other in 1948, only just 20 years later. And also, St. Moritz is not just a ski resort town during the winter. People love to, of course, go out there, ski, snowboard, do some winter activities, but it's also a great summer spot as well for just relaxing and enjoying the spa, or maybe taking a nice dip into the lake, or even just relaxing and do some light walking or hiking around. This is a great spot for those who just love nature, love the atmosphere. This is a great destination. And you'll be also staying with us there in St. Moritz for 2 nights at one of our wonderful hotel properties that you'll get to choose. And we do provide a day trip on the Bernina Express, which is one of the most popular excursions while staying in St. Moritz, which you can do. And it's a day trip that takes you all the way down to the borderline town of Tirano, Italy, where you get some opportunity to explore the little town and village, maybe checking out the basilica, and then even maybe grabbing some Italian food before you climb back up on the Bernina Express. After time exploring St. Moritz and learning a little bit about the Engadine culture, you'll then, of course, travel on board the luxurious Glacier Express, traveling on a 7.5 hour journey long all the way to Zermatt, Switzerland. Now, Zermatt is another favorite destination of mine, one of my favorites, honestly, that I visited in Switzerland. Zermatt is famous for none other than the Matterhorn. People always just love the fact of how iconic this mountain is. You can see it over the 5 freeway in Southern California when you're heading over to Disneyland, but it's not the same when you go over to actually Switzerland, which this beloved mountain is found. But people always think it's the tallest mountain in the world. It's actually not. It's actually the 10th largest mountain in Europe, and one of the 14th my apologies, sorry, apologies. 10th largest mountain in Switzerland, 14th largest mountain in Europe, and it is an iconic mountain, and it's really inspired many great explorers, from people from the British Empire all the way to even some of the villagers that have climbed up this infamous mountain. But while you're also in Zermatt, not only exploring the Matterhorn is very iconic, but also just checking out the village itself. There's some great shops, great dining opportunities, even some great local chocolate shops. So while you're in Switzerland, you must get some chocolate while you're there. After time exploring Zermatt, you'll then travel up to Montreux, where you'll stay with us there for 1 night to experience the eastern side of Lake Geneva, maybe check out the Chilean castle before you climb on board the Golden Pass scenic train heading up to Lucerne. Now, when you arrive in Lucerne, folks, you'll stay with us there for 3 nights to explore this iconic destination, one of the most popular and well visited amongst cruise passengers and land passengers alike. And when you visit Lucerne, definitely check out not just the lake itself, which is iconic, but also check out the Chapel Bridge. It was developed over since the mid 1300s, and it's been around ever since. Even after an infamous fire that happened in the early in the early 20th century, it still stands to this day. It's an iconic work of art, as well as an iconic piece of their history. Speaking of history, actually, one of the other mountain excursions that you get to be able to enjoy with us while staying in Lucerne is Mount Pilatus. Mount Pilatus, folks, which will take you up to the top of Pilatus. Pilatus actually means mountain in the sky, if you will. And when you explore Mount Pilatus, you could be taking one of the most iconic cog railway trains in the world that goes at a steep gradient of 45%, if you can imagine that. So make sure you hold on to your hats and glasses so they don't fall out. And then, of course, once you get up to the top, you get some amazing views of Lucerne, as well as the lake and even the surrounding peaks. And then, of course, on the way back down, you get to travel on the gondolas and cable cars before you reach down to the bottom. The next experience that you'll get to travel with us on the next day is heading over to Interlaken. Interlaken means literally a town between 2 lakes, Lake Thun and Lake Brienz, and you'll get to experience the Jungfrau-Joch Railway. Jungfraubahn is what they call it, and this cog rail train, again, goes up steep gradients as you travel up through the Eiger and Monk Mountains up to the top of Jungfrau, which is the tallest railway station in all of Europe, over 3,000 meters above sea level. And at the top there, not only is there some great activities, such as winter activities, winter sports you can check out, such as snow tubing and a few other activities, but you also can be able to check out the observatory, which they call the Sphinx Observatory at the top. There's the largest chocolate factory, or sorry, the tallest, I should say, the highest chocolate factory is up there. And also, of course, a small little museum dedicated to the engineering of the Jungfrau-Joch Bond Railway, and also, of course, some other great shops and dining which you can be able to enjoy at the top. And once you're heading back down the mountain, definitely take some stops along the way, either be at Grindelwald or even Lauterbrunnen, and maybe you can get off the trains there and explore some of those little small villages built right on the mountainside. So again, some great opportunities to do some sightseeing and exploring with this day trip. So, folks, this is our Scenic Switzerland from Zurich package. It is, of course, 9 days. And look at the price, starting at $2,299. This is a great value for those who are looking to explore all of Switzerland in 9 days. All right, so on to our next package. This is our classic Glacier and the Bernina Express. Folks, this is a great itinerary if you're looking to do either this as a maybe an add-on to another rail vacation package of ours, or maybe you're just looking to travel Switzerland for a short period, or maybe you want to extend your river cruise after the Rhine. We can certainly add this onto your package. This is a great option. And this is our classic Glacier and the Bernina Express package. It starts off with a 2 nights hotel stay in Interlaken. Again, that beautiful town between Lake Thun and Lake Lienz. Why not, while you're there, maybe take a nice little a ferry across one of Lake Thun. It's, again, a great, beautiful lake, very crystal blue. It's actually filled with glacier water. So one of the most beautiful things about Switzerland is the glacier water. It's much different than a lot of other areas around the world, and also gives you some great perspective of the Eiger and Monk Mountains. On the next day, you'll then, of course, do the Jungfrau Jochbahn railway trip up the mountain, going through the Grindelwald side and then going back down the Lauterbrunnen side, so you get some great views of Lauterbrunnen Falls. And then after time exploring Interlaken, you'll then head down to Brig, which is actually a Baroque little village. Right, it's a small little village right next to a Baroque palace, which was owned by one of the rulers of the day. You'll then, of course, climb on board the luxurious Glacier Express, traveling on this 6-hour journey from Brig to Chor. Now, along the way, you're going to see some amazing scenery, such as the Grand Canyon of Switzerland, which is the the Rhine Gorge. You'll go over to the highest point of the trip, which is the Oberall Pass, around 6,000 feet above sea level. You get to, of course, see some amazing alpine views. You get to go through some amazing scenery, as well as seeing some historical buildings, such as 9th century abbeys. On board the Glacier Express, there's 3 classes of services. There is standard class, which is a 2x2 seating configuration, first class, which is a 2x1 seating configuration, and excellence class, which is a 1x1 seating configuration. So if you want the ultimate amount of luxury, I highly suggest upgrading to excellence class. There you get the red carpet treatment. You have a dedicated concierge on board that's there to serve you throughout the journey. You get a 5-course cuisine with wine pairing and so much more provided for you, which is included with your excellence class accommodation. For more details on that, please give us a call at Railbookers today at 1-888-829-3040. And we'll be more than happy to start planning that dream vacation by rail with the Glacier Express if you wish to excellence class also. And then before long, after a scenic journey on board the Glacier Express, one of my favorite scenic trains, you'll arrive into the beautiful village of Chor. Chor is over 3,000 years old. It was originally a settlement that was established by the Roman Empire before, of course, the fall of the Romans. And it still stands this time today. It's a beautiful, quaint little village. Think of it like something that came out of Pinocchio from Disney, right? And it's, of course, the other part of the start of the Bernina Express on the 4-hour journey from Chor all the way down to Toronto and vice versa. And along the way, you're going to see some amazing scenery, such as the Bruzio Spiral Viaduct. As you can see here, this is a true testimony to Swiss engineering. You could also get to go over the Landwasser Viaduct, which is the largest viaduct in all of Switzerland. You're going to go through, of course, the some great passes, such as the Bernina and my apologies, the Bernina Pass, and some other great scenic points along the way. Now, on board the Bernina Express, there is 2 classes of services. There is the standard class, which is 2x2 seating configuration, and first class, which is 2x1 seating configuration. But don't worry, folks, both accommodations still offer that panoramic views that people are looking forward to on the Bernina Express. So, folks, again, this is our classic Glacier and the Bernina Express package. It is 5 days, starting at $1,299. It includes all that you see here and more with this great itinerary. All right, folks, our last package of the day. This is our Zermatt and St. Moritz package. So again, it starts off with your trip in Zermatt and ends in Zurich. So this is again a great option for those clients, or sorry, for you folks. I apologize. For those of you who are looking to either extend your river cruise, or maybe you want to add tack this onto another trip, maybe going to France or Italy, and a little bit maybe you want to stop into Switzerland. So you'll start with us in Zermatt for 2 nights, where you get to explore and visit the beautiful village of Zermatt, and get to do one of my favorite day trips on the Gornergrat, which is a cog railway train experience that takes you up to the top of the Gornergrat Mountain, over 3,000 meters above sea level, and gives you some panoramic views of the Matterhorn. At the top there's also, of course, the Hotel Kolm, where people can technically stay at with there. But you can also get to check out one of the small little Matterhorn museums dedicated to the first pioneers that explored the Matterhorn, as well as also some great little hiking trails and even some gift shops and a restaurant at the top also. After time exploring the beautiful ski resort town of Zermatt, doing the Gornergrat, you'll then climb on board the Glacier Express again, heading eastbound over to St. Moritz, where you'll stay with us for St. Moritz for 2 nights and get the opportunity to do the day trip on board the Bernina Express. But another great day trip that we do also provide that you can actually get while staying with us in Zermatt, in St. Moritz for 2 nights, is doing the day trip on the Corgavalia up to the top of Pisnare. So you can do the day trip up to Pisnare, which is a famous mountain for skiers or even bikers during the summer. And at the top there, you get some great panoramic views of the Engadine Alps. You can actually technically see all 48 peaks, which make up Switzerland. And on a clear day, you can see the Matterhorn right up the top. So again, this will be a cog railway train and cable car ride, as well as a gondola ride up to the top of the mountain. And then, of course, at the end of your journey with us, after your time in St. Moritz, you'll then head up to Zurich for your final night stay before you head on home. Again, that's going to be our Zermatt and St. Moritz package. It is 5 days, start at $1,299, and includes all that you see here and more with this great rail vacation itinerary. All right, folks. So now we're getting the end to our virtual train tour. I just want to let you know, of course, that we do also offer some other great destinations in Europe, not just Switzerland. So if maybe you're thinking about going to Italy for this year or next year, France, Spain, Portugal, whatever that looks like, again, we can start helping you out, planning that for your special occasion, or maybe you just want to get out of the house and explore Europe once again by rail. We got you covered there. Again, our Amtrak vacation consultants here at Amtrak Vacations, as well as Railbookers, if you're looking to travel internationally, are here at the ready to help you out. All you got to do is just give us a call, and we'll be more than happy to start planning your next dream vacation by rail. For Railbookers, you can give us a call at 1-888-829-3040, or for Amtrak Vacations, if you want to travel domestically, is going to be 1-800-268-7252. Just want to say thank you so much again on behalf of myself and everyone here at Railbookers for attending today's virtual train tour. I hope you have an exciting time learning about some great destinations here in Switzerland, but also maybe seeing yourself climbing on board some of those trains like the Glacier, the Bernina Express. I just wish you all a wonderful and train-tastic day. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.